Oh shit, here we go again.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
We breaking news again. Hog HQ Live, tell a Razorback friend. Hot Adam DP, the squad you can trust. On every platform, we never adjust. From the hills to the streams, we the Hog Dream Team. Dropping Razorback gems, y'all know what I mean. Heart with the insight, sharp as a tusk. Adams takes heavy, break the mic in the dust. DP in the cut, stat sharp as a blade. Talking hoops, talking football, every play gets made. Razorback Nation, call it Hog Vibration. On Facebook, YouTube, even Twitch sensation. Instagram scrolling, X marks the spot. When the pigs hit the field, we reporting the plot. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. Hog HQ Live, breaking news worldwide. Razorback pride, we'll never divide. From the press to the streams, every sport, every scene, we the Hogs, we supreme. Living out the dream. DP crunching numbers that I'm setting the tone.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Ox Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hog HQ. Woo! Pigs, woo! Go Hogs!
All right, welcome back to another great episode of Hog HQ Live, brought to you by the Hog Talk Podcast. Guys, can you see me? Is your camera good? Okay, cool. Just trying to make sure you can hear me. We're trying something new tonight. All right, look, before we get going, definitely shout out to Jamie and Transplant Texan and Ryan, always early and live. Let me get this audio together. I got me a well, no, it's just you, Adam. That's all.
What?
It's your fault, whatever it is.
Everything's my fault.
Sounds correct. All right, so remember to tell a friend to tell a friend. We are back with another great episode. Cannot wait to get into tonight's episode because there's so much to cover tonight. Daddy DP, Petty, Adam, and Hart. Yes, Hart is back this week. We are delighted to have him. Ojinga Cop, what's up? Hola. Bilingual on here. Bilingual.
Hey, what show number is it?
It's 99.
Nueve.
Nueve. Noventa and Nueve. Well, blame it on Pringle. Transplant Texas, you already ahead of schedule, sir. We're going to get into that basketball game and what we saw the other day, as well as the previous game early in the week. But before we do all that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share all the content so that everybody is on notice of when we're going to go live. Look.
Just going through the list tonight.
There you go. He don't have on a hat, but he is in full effect. Please believe it. But as I get started, this gentleman here, this is Adam, and this is Hart. I had to take the mirror, my camera thing off, so I was correct this week. And I'm DP. Look, shame on you, DP. Where's the hog flag? I'm not in my home. I'm not in my home. But I'll tell you who I am supporting this week.
The only one. You better hope, because I think I went up another game.
You think I'm concerned about that?
I mean,
I am, but I'm not.
I guess you don't want the belt, so it's cool.
I do want the belt. I want the belt. I think me and Hart gonna have to collaborate.
I was thinking about this earlier today.
No, we don't want any sympathy.
No, I'm just saying for next year. I'm not giving you picks. You have to beat me. You have to beat me fair and square.
Gotcha.
But next season, if y'all want to pick the games, by all means, y'all can pick the games and let me know.
Hart, what you think about that? That's a cool negotiation.
Here's the thing with that, though, is you have to be on point. Hey, guess what? Tuesday morning, need to have the game lineup.
It depends on how much responsibility come around next football season. I might be open for that.
Yeah.
I might be open for that. You never know. But we do want to get into it.
Turn off
and make sure you peep that too, huh? Yeah. It's like
got some ghosts
down here in this hotel lobby, and they just cut the light off. Anyway, we're gonna go back into it. Go Hogs, go Jim Backs. Yeah, look. Hold on. Let me get this audio together. Go ahead and carry. Hold on, before I get the audio together, because it might mess up. I definitely want to get into it. Adam, you got to put your hat on.
I don't have a hat.
You got to have your petty AF hat. That's what Jamie is talking about.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere. We'll get to it. Anyhow, we're going to get straight into this basketball game, but you do have the SEC roundup. You
don't know anything. Y'all don't know anything about Jericho's list.
I don't.
Y'all have no clue.
Adam, blame the picker. Blame your pick. See?
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag Vegas connection. Okay, let's see.
What happened is me and Hart found out that he worked part-time in Vegas.
Yeah, I just, jet set those red-eye flights to Vegas and come back.
There you go. Go ahead and run through the scores. I'm going to go ahead and fix this.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Number 10, Vanderbilt lost to Texas. I think Tremont Mark had like 21 or 22. I believe he's in his 12th year in the NCAA playing for Texas.
Can't be no worse than TJ Finley.
No. South Carolina lost to Arkansas. 108-74, which we'll get into that game here in a bit. Number 18, Alabama 97, Mississippi State 82. Number 19, Florida takes down OU 96-79. Ole Miss takes down Georgia at Georgia 97-95. Texas A&M 82, Tennessee 87. Auburn 74, Missouri 84, and Kentucky won on a last-second buzzer beater to beat LSU 75-74. They came from being down, I believe, in the second half to take down LSU. And then Kentucky beat Tennessee yesterday, which we'll get into. So, Kentucky's trying to get on a roll before they head to Bud Walton Arena at the end of the month.
You see what's going on, right? So here's what's interesting. You mean to tell me Auburn didn't win?
No. The Coach Cal clip after the Arkansas-South Carolina game said it all.
Yeah. For sure. The little, yeah. What happened to the football commit, Mr. Reese? So we definitely going to speak on that. And that may be an interesting situation. Trump at Texas said, DP and Hart definitely not pick shaving to give. No, hell no, we're not doing that. No, sir.
Because they know they won't live it down for the next year.
It is what it is.
I could be a lot worse, but
glad we didn't set up all the parameters before we started. All right, now you got Saturday game. So we got Florida and Vanderbilt. Florida squeaking it through and getting that win against Vandy. Interesting game that was. Arkansas and Georgia, belt to ass. Georgia took care of business. Arkansas, sometime when Arkansas lose, I like to say, hey, these are games going to help be building blocks to get us down the road. This was an ass whooping. I think we got an ass whooping this one. I didn't like it. I think Georgia came to play. They set the tone and just continued to be consistent. Arkansas had a chance to come back in the game. Anyhow, we'll get into it. Alabama and OU. Alabama take care of business, wins by 2. UK and Tennessee. Kentucky got to win. We beat Tennessee too, so I don't.
Yeah,
we need to beat some teams Kentucky has not beaten.
They came from 17 down in that game. Kentucky
Right.
did.
I think he's putting something together. But we'll see. Missouri and LSU. LSU take care of business. 8-point win. A&M and Texas. A&M. The little brother wins that game by 4 points. South Carolina and Auburn. You got Auburn winning 71-67, and Ole Miss and Mississippi State. 1 point game. Yeah, that's interesting. So the current standings in the SEC is Texas A&M, Florida, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Missouri. I didn't think it would look like this, but it definitely does. Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Auburn, Texas, South Carolina, LSU, and Oklahoma.
It's one of those that, I mean, look how Arkansas started last year, 0-5. What's
Correct.
going to happen between now and the end of the season?
Yeah.
Gotcha. But I see these comments. Let's go ahead and get into this game. Mr. Reese says, Akara had been called for all those fouls. He would have been fouled out twice. They had brought up a stat about how many times he's been fouled out.
You know, well,
He's very aggressive.
It was one of those things to me watching him play, knowing how close he was to coming to Arkansas, that, you know, left me a little bit bitter during the game.
Understood.
Because I'm just like watching him play and I'm just feeling like, wow, it'd be nice to actually have an inside presence.
Yeah.
And that was a game where it definitely showed up again. It's still early, guys. Relax. Some things you see, it's going to carry on. Us not having the big in the paint and not getting the rebounds and the easy tip ins, that's a problem. That's going to follow you.
Trying to see what the overall stats. I didn't even look.
Put the lid on Pringle and start. Okay, thank you. So
yeah, I mean, Pringle needs to just move to the bench.
What about Knox?
I feel like there's more upside with Knox.
There is, but when is it going to show consistently?
Well, you know, last year it was halfway through SEC play.
Got you. Hart, let me ask you a question. That last particular game, early in the game, I seen a situation where we look for Darius Acuff to take over the game. We look for him to get the leadership. He had a couple turnovers. I do like what I seen from Ewing. Ewing came in to make an impact immediately on both ends of the floor. Trevor Brazile, I wanted him to take over. I didn't see it. And Malik was having a time. So what did you see in that game that was intriguing to you or something that could follow us and lead us up to some other games in the season?
I've seen a trend of Trevor Brazile disappearing. Since, put it like this, he had 2 rebounds in the game in 25 minutes. Nick Pringle had 2 rebounds in the game of 25 minutes. The only other person that had less than that was DJ Wagner. Richmond, Acuff, everybody else that played had more rebounds than Brazile and Pringle. And that's a problem. And I just feel like we go through these phases with Brazile, especially mid part of the year, where he just kind of disappears, acts like he doesn't care that much, or puts forth as much effort, like the other day where he didn't go for a loose ball. It's quite disheartening, but I think our team really goes as Darius goes, but I think Brazile is the next person in line that fuels this team. With him not having any inside presence, coming up with 8 points in the last few games. I mean, his rebounding in the since Tennessee had 7 rebounds, 6 the next game, 5, and then 2. So he's steadily diving in his rebounding production. and that's a problem. And I would almost feel better if he goes to the bench and put Knox on the court, or keep Knox on the court, even though he's dealt with a little bit of a hit pointer. But I mean, Brazil's supposed to be one of your leaders, one of the senior, all that stuff, and he's not exhibiting the leadership. We're looking to a true freshman who seems more one of the most mature people on the team.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful that we do have Darius Acuff. Billy Richmond had a lot of energy. I want to see Richmond more. He had 8 rebounds in the game. I mean, geez. Malik Thomas had 6 rebounds in the game. He played 30 minutes. He started cold, but he finally hit a couple of shots at the end. But that's just how it's going to be for some shooters. But I want to be upset and frustrated with the game, but I feel like they started slow. It's kind of like the way the Houston game started. They started pressing a little bit and pushing them, and they just didn't fill in a big hole and didn't jive right at the beginning of the game. And you want to say that it wasn't insurmountable, the lead was that Georgia had, but we came back and tied the game at 68-70.
Yeah.
But then we went cold again, and turnovers. We had, I think, 18 turnovers, so that's going to kill you in any game that you play.
Do anybody remember the time where Knox got a flagrant one? Was it a flagrant one he got?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the flagrant one. Now I know Coach Cal know what he's doing. He's been doing this for years. To me, there was opportunity to put Knox on the bench because right after that particular play, he turned the ball over. His head wasn't in the game. It was a messy play to begin with. It was so unnecessary to hit the big man in the back. Just unprovoked. I understand he may have been trying to set a screen or whatever it was, but it was unnecessary. It was very undisciplined of him. And with him almost going to the league, that's very immature of him to do something like that. That's costing the team. You're already down in the hole, and now you're gonna get an opportunity to not only go to the free throw line, but get the ball back and retain possession. So to me, that was a situation where I felt like Knox could have easily been taken out of the game, could have tried something else. Adam, what you got going on over there with your trial music?
Do you remember the time?
I remember the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was frustrating. I mean, you're down 19 points. You claw all the way back to tie the game, and then you let them go on a 20-6 run to end the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating, but at the same time, I'm not necessarily going to be like, I'm not been out of shape about it because there still is a lot of time left. It's disappointing. I kind of expect these two teams to flip-flop rankings when they come out. I think they come out tomorrow.
Right.
I mean, and it's one of those that if Arkansas fell out, I could see it. I just don't think they're going to fall that far out. Field goal percentage. I mean, Arkansas took 72 shots, shot 40%, 5 for 21 from 3. I mean, free throws were good, 13-16. You out-rebounded Georgia by 8. You had 7 more offensive rebounds than Georgia, but you didn't do anything with it. Right. 13 assists, 18 turnovers. I mean, you had 11 steals and 8 blocks yourself. You gave up 12 steals and 11 blocks.
Speaking of blocks,
Cyril had what? Like
damn him. Mr. Reese talking about it. When Billy got up
and blocked
and blocked big boy shit, I was like, hey, boy, I like that. He got that's what you say. That's what you say when you say he got that dog in him. Like he is not afraid of anybody. I love his tenacity. I love what he brings to the team. We need more of that. I think, and I want to say this. Mr. Ewing, I apologize for my comments about your game earlier in the season. I'm very impressed with the bag of skills that you do have and what you do bring to the table. I'm very thankful for an inside presence. I'm thankful for somebody who's gritty, who's willing to do the dirty work and get in the trenches and get the ball back. I like that. So I just want to make sure I throw that out there to Mr. Ewing. We still need a big though. We need one of these with Ratel, one of these 7-foot foreign dudes. We need that. That's gonna come back to bite us. But I do want to get to this comment. Hold on, let me get his and then we'll go back. They were also looking ahead to Vanderbilt. We always try to play to our competition. We'll play Vandy tight, maybe win. Possibly. I do want to get this comment from Transplant Texan though. The Hogs had no answer for Vanilla Ice. He couldn't miss and wasn't denied. I wasn't gonna say it, because I don't need to be the one to say it. But yeah, transplant Texas. Yeah.
That
What's his name? Blue Kane?
Blue Kane.
Blue
I think I said
Kane.
Luke
Ray.
Kane.
Liu Kang from Mortal
Luke-
Kombat.
Yes.
He was doing his thing. I was looking
18
like,
points, 8 for 12, 2 for 5 from 3.
dude was hot.
Mm.
He was hot. He came
Well,
in
that's
there
like
balling. I was like,
it never fails. I mean, it's this way for Arkansas offensively too. But it's like every game. Obviously, nobody from Georgia dropped 32 or whatever, like the dude from South Carolina did, 29. But
Right.
it's like we let players on the opposite team get hot at the wrong time.
mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, it happens to Arkansas too. Darius Acuff getting hot when he does, or like last game, Malik Thomas being on fire. This never fails, though, when we have a game that, whether it's Trevin Brazil, whether it's Malik Thomas that we've seen, these guys will have an out-of-this-world game. That game that Trevin Brazil hit like 4 or 6 threes or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back, nothing. Malik Thomas, 5 for 5 from 3 last game. Yesterday, 1 for 6. And we know that on the road in the SEC is a tough environment. Just like Vanderbilt's probably going to have a tough time Tuesday night at Bud Walton Arena. Or at least we hope. Vanderbilt's coming off a rough week. They lost their first 2 games of the season, and they happen to be conference games. So Vanderbilt's going to feel like their back's against the wall.
Correct.
So what's Vanderbilt going to do to rectify things? Right now, ESPN Analytics says Vanderbilt picked to win that game. Understandably so, just from like the ranking standpoint and the record and whatnot. Vanderbilt hadn't played anybody, and that's what I'm going to stand on when it comes to Vanderbilt. Is I think that they have they've been as high as number 10, and I think that's very suspect. They haven't played anybody to garner having or being ranked 10th. Now, I'm not saying that they're not a good team, and I hope it doesn't come back and bite Arkansas in the ass or whatever on Tuesday night. I expect a good game, but at the same time, hey, Arkansas, just like before, when you got blown out or by Auburn, and then you did what you did to South Carolina, you got punched in the mouth yesterday. So what are you going to do on Tuesday to fix it?
You got to rectify the issue. Yeah.
Speaking
You got to
of
rectify the issue. Yeah, I'll talk about the next game. So, of course, Tuesday the 20th, it's Arkansas versus Vanderbilt at 8 o'clock on ESPN, where you can view it. And, of course, we got another game during the week on the 24th on Saturday, which is my son's birthday. Shout out today. Arkansas versus Louisiana State University at 7:30 on SEC Network. It needs to be a situation. This is what I'm looking forward to. And it doesn't matter who's on the schedule. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. Can we put together 2 weeks? 2 weeks of good games.
This isn't
a
baseball
great effort
where we can split, 3-game series where we can drop one, split them, whatever. No, this is point blank. Like we can't go in splitting the week every week.
Right.
You're going to need a couple of weeks back to back to kind of set yourself ahead. Just because at the end of the end of the conference season, there's going to be teams vying for spots that will need to win the SEC tournament or have a good showing to make the NCAA tournament. Obviously, as it stands right now, Arkansas is not in that boat. Being ranked, you're, stay ranked, you'll get into the tournament. Don't put yourself into a position to where you're having to go up against these scrappy teams trying to get NCAA tournament bids that are going to try to take you out at the end of the season. Get ahead now so you don't have to worry about the end of the regular season.
Give yourself some buffer. Give yourself some room. Because anything can happen. Like I said, the injury bug is never too far away in regards to an Arkansas season. Doesn't matter the sport, to be honest with you. So with that being said, I'm not wishing on anyone. At the same time, we need to get ahead on the schedule. What is provided? Hopefully, coach is doing his thing to make sure that these guys are showing up every week in practice. And some guys are able to get more opportunities and more minutes as they deserve. And some guys may need to take a seat early on in the SEC season. Go ahead. What you got?
35 seconds left. The Bears are on the Rams 14-yard line, down 17-10. So we will see what happens. I'm the only one that picked Chicago. So
and that's the only reason why you brought that shit up. Yeah, because you paid. It's ridiculous.
Because you want to know why?
They was playing
both of our
Blizzard.
teams are at home without head coaches.
Say it again.
I said, you want to know why? Because both of our teams are at home without head coaches.
I don't. Let me
Oh,
tell
we
you
saw
something.
we saw your
Mike
head
Tomlin's
coach
one we
before.
lost. That's why.
Oh,
He was at the game. Did you when you saw him come up on the screen? Did you rub the TV?
kind of like the meme where Wolverine.
Yeah.
No, man, I gotta be honest with you, man. I pulled y'all card last week talking about what I thought about y'all organization because y'all let y'all coach go. Made a business, and then your general manager was talking real greasy and about who's in control, who runs the team. Rashad.
He's the owner.
Whoever he is, he was talking real reckless. That's how much I don't pay attention to y'all team. Ozzy, that's it. That's all I know. Anyhow,
Eric DeCosta is the GM now.
I am interested to figure out what your organization will look like. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Like I don't like people who this sounds crazy, but hear me out. I don't know what to do with my hands because I've never dealt with this. Like
no, it's been 19 years for Pittsburgh and then 17 years for Baltimore. We don't go through the coaching searches
right. So I'm looking at Falcons fans here, and I'm talking to Dallas Cowboys fans. I'm like, I don't really know.
First off, Atlanta. I'm telling Atlanta, and since you being in Atlanta, tell them too. The thing y'all fucked up on was hiring Stefanski and not making a run after John Harbaugh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or Mike Tomlin, for that matter. I just knew that I had thought Harbaugh to Atlanta right after that happened, which was before Tomlin. But hiring Stefanski was the stupidest thing they all could have done.
I'm gonna keep it a bean since we jumped into this arena of talking about what we talk about on the pod real quick, and we'll get back into Razorback sports. Y'all don't move. Here's the thing: whoever takes over at the New York Giants, people don't consider this. New York Giants aren't the best team. They got a nice young future. But you got to have a veteran coach that can deal with that media.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Harbaugh was the best fit. He's the best fit. He's a gangster. He's a gentleman. He's a professional.
And I'm not saying he's taking shots at Baltimore, but he kind of made a comment to the media today that the Giants actually have a sports science department, and he was just like, we didn't have that in Baltimore.
Well, see, that's how I feel when people talk about our facilities.
Tie ball game.
Like the Steelers got one of the Steelers got one of the most old school when it comes to facilities, and they're just looking like.
I mean, you've had this same strength coach for 100 years, and you keep the same people around.
There you go, man.
But my hope is Baltimore takes Seattle's offensive coordinator that they interviewed.
Clint Kubiak?
Yeah. I know that they interviewed Jesse Minter too. If they want to bring him back to Baltimore, they should have hired him in the first place since they didn't hire Seattle's head coach, McDonald.
Gotcha.
I know Joseph. I haven't seen him in the comments, so I'm assuming he's watching the game and he's not.
He was in here. He was talking crazy.
But he really wants Mike McDaniel. And
what they gonna do on the weekend together when it's not a game? Him and Mike McDaniel. I'm telling you,
Mike McDaniel needs to be. Whoever Baltimore hire Mike McDaniel as your offensive coordinator.
Right?
And
I would take him in Pittsburgh. And that's the crazy part, dude. The whole division is upside down, and I'm gonna look at Cincinnati like you do know everybody else gonna get better except y'all.
Yeah,
and y'all got to fire y'all coach next year. Y'all should just went ahead and did the whole thing like everybody else did.
3 out of the 4 teams are gonna retool things.
Yeah,
and they're still gonna be arguing over Joe Burrow playing or not playing.
Right, and he gonna end up getting traded. So the thing with Tomlin stepping down, and I got you in a second, Hart, is the fact that somebody has to trade for Mike Tomlin. Which means we need some top 10 pick. We need some first round picks to make that happen. Apparently, I've seen something that the Dolphins were interested. I don't know if he's going to sit out for a year. I don't know if that was real. With AI now, you don't know what the hell is real. So we'll just wait and see. But this is interesting. Hart, what you got real quick?
Well, I heard today that through one of the, insider guys that the Steelers are talking with Mike McCarthy some.
Please do it.
No, please don't.
I got a great.
It shocked me when I heard it. I was like,
I've got a great coach for Pittsburgh.
Who?
He's another former Dallas Cowboys coach.
No, this is already
Jason
horrible.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Hell
Go
no.
get y'all Jason Garrett. And then y'all keep Aaron Rodgers.
We good.
Good to
No. It's a rebuild, sir. Don't try to look. By the time we figure it out, hopefully y'all still got y'all quarterback, regardless of who y'all coach is. But this is my thing. Here's my thing.
Staying.
Right. Here's my thing. I'll look at it from a situation where in Pittsburgh, you got to hire a younger coach because we plan on keeping it for 10 years at least.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be somebody. It's probably somebody that's not even on the radar. But if we're going to go with somebody that I currently see out there, forgot his name. Young man that we brought in, Mike Tomlin brought in after the whole situation in Miami.
Chad Morris.
Fuck. I'm sorry. Hope y'all kids not what I'm sorry. That's not what I meant to say. See,
Thank you,
Chad
Nathan.
Morris make you cuss at any level. That is ridiculous. The young man that's Minnesota defense coordinator,
Brian Flores.
give me him.
He interviewed in Baltimore.
That's great. I'm just saying we need that type of guy. We need that type of guy who can do that. And he's already been in the organization, so I like that. But who knows what it is?
I see a trend here.
Oh, you mean like the rest of the NFL? What about the Cowboys coaches? You see a trend there?
I do.
A new one next year.
Baltimore's coaches or Kansas City's coaches.
Hmm.
You know,
I mean, it's hard to really have a trend, really. Did you hang on? Just because you did it.
6, 7.
There's a trend, though. Let's see. This is what Baltimore's third coach, so that will be on their fourth coach.
Mm-hmm.
And is that all? I think Pittsburgh's only had 4 coaches.
3. So
3. Is that it?
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. They not like us. Not like us.
Other organizations need to take a page out of the AFC North's book.
Absolutely. We just do things differently.
So anyway, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Well, it's funny though. It's like you see the Giants, you see the Falcons, you see these teams just going ahead and like snagging coaches while they can. It's not the right move.
No, it's
do
not.
your due diligence. Now I will say the Giants got a great coach, somebody to run that place. Whoever got John Harbaugh was going to come out and win. Same thing with Mike Tomlin, wherever he decides to go.
Right.
But it's one of those these teams jumping on. Like I'm surprised Cleveland hasn't hired a coach yet, just because they're Cleveland and they're going to be like,
that's what they do.
Oh, we're gonna we're gonna go get either an up and comer or we're gonna get a has been that's washed up.
We're gonna go get the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator.
I mean,
he'll be a winner. That's type of stuff they do. Anyhow, that's that. So we talked about Arkansas basketball. We just ran our mouth a little bit about our teams in NFL, and of course we got the playoffs coming up, going on currently. Potential.
You got 2 Hogs making the AFC Championship.
Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
That's what we gonna sound like next year. In football. So this is the thing. So Hart, you brought up some former Hogs are gonna definitely be playing. And gotcha. Go ahead, Adam.
You're good. You keep going.
Whoa. See, are you can see now you're controlling it, and now you're trying to make me
make you pop off.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot what the kids call it these days. Spaz? No, something else. I forgot what they call it. Riz? No, that's something.
No, that's something else.
Gaslighting? I don't know.
I feel like why are we even discussing buzzwords?
Exactly.
We're too old to discuss this.
Go.
Back in my day.
Right. Stay off my lawn. All right. Look, so looking at it, I definitely want to go into what Ryan Silverfield, Mr. Silverfield, what he's been able to do in the transfer portal with the window closing. What do you guys think about the additions?
On my honest opinion.
Did he flip the fan base with the portal?
I think a lot of this isn't knocking anything that's been. I feel like this transfer class is better than previous transfer classes. I feel like he's done a good job there. I feel like because things have been so poor in recruiting, transfer portal, etc., we feel like winners in this whole thing. I feel like that this is the early version of summer and fall camp Kool-Aid. That we're kind of like, as fans, getting kind of hyped, like, oh, this, that, and the other. Today, I was looking at some graphics that Razorbackology put out, and it was just the lists of all the players coming in, all the players going out. And I'm just looking at this, and I'm like, because before, we kept hearing about like D2 players, JUCO players. We're not getting any SEC guys. These guys haven't played in the SEC before. Well, I'm sitting here looking at this list on where these guys came from, and it's just, there's a lot of group of 5 players in this. There's not a whole lot of power 4 guys in this.
Right.
And so I just question, is that a bit alarming? Or, I mean, I will say that that's still better ratings-wise, rankings-wise, or whatever than previous transfer portal. But I'm just looking at it, and it's like, I'm not overly excited. But kind of like with the coaching staff, and like I said previously, like, I'm going to wait till we see the product on the field. But, it's nothing. I mean, if you go off 24/7, we're 26th nationally, and we're 12th in the SEC. I saw another one a few days ago that said we were 6th in the SEC. But, but looking at 24/7 this morning, we were 12th in the SEC, which is, like we've talked about before, ain't shit. Like, you've got to be in the upper half of the SEC. So, being 26th and being 12th in the SEC according to 24/7's transfer rankings, I'm not that thrilled. Now, I will say, I mean, you got 36 or 38 commits or whatever it is, and that's awesome. I'm just not like overly excited, but I'm not mad about any of it either. So,
gotcha. All right, what's your take on the current job that he's doing?
I was talking to my buddy RMS this week, and he threw out something that I kind of liked. He said that Gaeska Crowley, our GM for football, is playing it kind of like Moneyball. And basically at every position, we've got somebody that's either experienced, coming off an injury that that has a lot of potential still left in them. We're not getting a lot of guys, we're getting a lot of guys that are experienced in a position, or they are previous 4-stars in the recruiting class. And so I kind of like that. There's a lot of upside to these guys. There's growth, and basically they're looking for guys that are a year or two already in, getting developed, but still have time left. And I think that's something that could work out. He's pulled some rabbits out of the hat to a degree, nothing super large, but I mean, most of the people in the transfer portal aren't exactly the big star players unless they're chasing money. Most of them are already solidified at their position at their school. Some of the players that we got, I think, could turn out to be well. I like the Harrison safety, Jaheim Joker Johnson. I like them. Sutton Smith, the running back. I think he could be a little bit of a surprise. Yeah. So I mean, there's a couple others that I can't think of at the moment. I don't have the list, but I think there's potential. But we got a gauntlet of a schedule, so what can we really expect?
We got 3 4-stars.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm glad y'all are bringing up that foolery.
3 4-stars, 33 3-stars.
Wouldn't give a damn. Here's the thing. I in 2026, DP is stepping out on faith. And this is not something that you do because you test God or whatever higher power you believe in regards to trying to put the Razorbacks on the pedestal. That's not what I'm about to do, but this is what I am going to do. I am going to have faith in this process. And I'm going to have faith that when we talked about these coaches getting hired in their previous locations of work, how that would impact recruiting. Looking at blueprints, who came from certain schools. We did have an offensive line coach who was at Ohio State. We just got a transfer like within the last couple of hours that came from Ohio State. What does that mean? These are the schools that we see potentially playing for a championship every single year. Now, this guy may be the second or third string on Ohio State's offensive line. At the same time, he's been around first-round guys. He's been around first-round talent. For whatever reason, he wasn't able to get it done at his previous stop. That's the Kool-Aid again. Yeah, keep stirring it. Keep stirring it. This is the thing. I want to be like, I really want to say I told you guys to go ahead and believe in this one. And I understand it because we do it every single coach, and we hope for the best because this is our team. But I like the fact of this because if you think about, and if you're watching football other than Arkansas, you understand that Indiana's in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody knew who the hell Signetti was 2 years ago? Anybody know where he came from before he got to Indiana? Anybody have an idea what majority of his players, his first recruiting class, what school they came from and transferred from?
Does anybody know
James
that
Madison.
he's got the oldest roster in the NCAA?
Right. Then we have a team in basketball who beat Coach Calipari with old players, Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
This can happen, is what I'm saying. And all I'm saying is we've tried the other way. We've attempted to do what other schools are doing and are winning. And it's not working because we said we didn't have the money. This dude is using what he has, and he's squeezing every bit of juice out of that orange to get what he's trying to do. I'm not going to say anything that you can clip me on. Hart, you're supposed to be watching. What the hell are you doing over there?
I'm over looking at somebody.
Help. Gotcha. But I'm looking at what he's got, and I just feel like he got some dudes. He got some dudes who has art. I mean, as Hart was saying, they're on the cusp. They need to be in a situation where they can be properly coached and groomed, have another opportunity at football to see how serious they really are about it as far as competing against other guys for starting spots. I just like the fact that this team, the recruits that are coming in, plus the guys who are staying, these are guys who are all competing for spots and are about to be, I ain't going to say the Indiana, but it's a team of misfits. These dudes got thrown away from their old school. You say you don't, for the people who say they don't want Memphis players to come in Arkansas, and is that a big deal? When Signetti went to Indiana, James Madison players follow him. I'm sure they said the same thing, but they know his system. They understand his regiment. They understand how he runs a practice and how he likes his locker room. So you need that for culture. And I know it's hard to believe that because we haven't had culture in so long. But I'm just interested in looking at some of these recruits that's coming in. This wide receiver class in the portal. Nice. Offensive line, defensive line. You got a player that came from Oregon, Auburn, USC, Ohio State. Like, we haven't had that, is all I'm saying. So to have that in the one season, I'm intrigued to see what this looks like. Go ahead, Hart. Adam.
No, I was just going to read this. This is from Recruits College Football on Twitter. And it's just a little tweet of theirs. But it's about the transfer portal. So according to Josh Pate, many players who have been entering the portal have been asking to return to their former teams just to be rejected. One of the many consequences of entering the transfer portal to chase a bag instead of staying and developing. Mm-hmm. This will be a very interesting phenomenon in the portal, as many of these kids will ultimately not even sign to another team. 30% of kids will never find a school to transfer to and will drop down to Division II instead. And it's one of those, it's like, I hate it for these players, but this is what happens when you get greedy. Mm-hmm. And so it's one of those, if these players don't find a team, if they're not welcome back to their teams that they enter the portal from, sounds like you took some bad advice from your agent. And I think that the schools need to, you know what, if you want to keep these players from going to the portal, I feel like there needs to be a better system within, it's maybe system's not the word, better, whether it's staff, some program or something. Y'all need to develop better relationships with your players. Y'all need to teach these players, I mean, talk to them about the ugly side of all this. Yeah, you can enter the portal and you could not end up somewhere. I think there's too much sugarcoating that goes on. There's too much lying, if you will, to these players to get them to come to these schools. And then when those promises or those conversations don't come to fruition, these players are getting mad or they're getting hurt, feelings hurt, whatever, and they want to leave. So I think that there's a big disconnect between coaching staffs, personnel, and the rosters that's causing a lot of this. And I feel like that these organizations, because the way I look at it, you're professional organizations, you ain't colleges, you're not college teams anymore.
Right.
Y'all need to figure some of this out, and it would stop the bleeding at the end of the season if there was a little bit more upfrontness between players and coaches. Because if you already had it in your head, like, hey, like, I'm still going to get my money, but guess what? It's probably not going to be like, I'm not going to get to see much of the field until next season, potentially the season after, depending on what happens or whatever. Like, have those conversations. And parents of these kids, when they're in junior high, high school, whatever, high school coaches, stop being yes men to these players, because all this is creating are greedy ass players or players that are listening to the outside noise, and all it is a detriment to them and their futures.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You got think of Patrick Kudus last year and what he did. And then you had Scott Garzik telling the team, their staff, he was going to stay, while meanwhile his agent's still shopping him around. So I think the agents are a lot of the problem, because they're getting paid off of this too. They're not working for free, and so they're trying to get a little more of the cut. It's ruining football for a lot of fans, but also we got to think. The money we paid for Drew Sanders was roughly, I don't know, $250,000. And that was what, 5 years ago, will be this year. The money we are paying, I was told, for a third string quarterback, roughly third, fourth string quarterback this year, is almost double that. I heard it's more than that. So
that sounds about accurate.
So
inflation.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're have more money coming in, and like I kept commenting on some people's posts, the money we have more money this year, yes, but the players cost more. So, and the roster's bigger. So, not that you're going to pay all 100 plus players, but if they're costing more, that money's going to drop a lot quicker.
Yeah, that's like asking me how much gas costs. You still need gas, don't you? You still need eggs, right? Like it don't matter. Like this is where we are in 2026. So you just get on board with it. I will say this. Somebody asked earlier about the young man who signed and is no longer on the team.
The offensive lineman.
Aiden Bustle from West Virginia.
And I really liked his little hype video. Seemed like he had a lot of personality and swag with the arm sleeve tats. I liked him. But I'm glad this was able to be found out and recognized and dealt with on the front side.
Yeah.
What? Specific though? Oh.
Hendricks. I think you got 500,000. I don't know if it was a million. Unless it was 500 for 2 years.
It was 2 years.
Yeah. So then there's the million. Yeah.
Cam Curl with the interception for Rams. Interesting.
But Chicago's 47. 40.
Right. The particular player who the young man who is no longer going to play. This gives Arkansas another opportunity, another spot. Whether you replace him at that position or you go elsewhere. If there's a need of somebody who pops out, all of a sudden name pops in the portal and you want to go after a certain player, it's a great opportunity for you to keep shopping.
Because you're going to have players after this national championship that hop in.
Correct. They still on rosters. Ready to transfer.
Not Carson Beck, but you know. But no, speaking of Miami and transfers, I sent this to y'all. I don't know if you read it, but this is what Duke's quarterback is supposedly being offered from Miami.
That's wild.
So Duke's quarterback, the compensation, the rumored compensation package from Miami if he transfers there, buy out his Duke contract and terminate it, pay $10 million total to make the transfer happen, country club housing, an Adidas deal plus ad campaign. His sister gets a full scholarship plus NIL also. She currently plays soccer at Oregon.
Oh,
yeah, but he's a grad student.
Okay.
Because he graduated 2 years ago.
like Carson Beck. Carson Beck said, "Class. I haven't been to class."
Now, I will say, there was more to that conversation, and he is a grad student, but he didn't enroll in this semester because he's going to the league or trying to.
Right.
So he doesn't have to return to school because there's no school to return to.
Didn't the portal close on the 16th? Mr. Risa asked.
Friday.
Yeah,
Yes.
they can't enter it, but after the national championship, they have 5 days after their last game to enter the portal. So
Those two teams,
yeah, they still have 5. They'll have 5 days after tomorrow to enter the portal. So,
and we can still get them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take a player who played on a team who played in the national championship, whether your team won or lost.
The Duke player won't have to go to school or go to class if he goes to Miami.
Correct.
You would have to at Duke.
Yeah.
Keep those grades up. I don't know. It's a wild world, but we're a long ways away from anything happening from NCAA has been cracking down a little bit on the added years of eligibility. We'll see what happens with Trinidad Chambliss because, they did file suit. So if they just get an injunction deposit, he'll get another year. But it's one of those things that at some point they're going to have to bite the bullet and be like, no, we're not doing this. But I think with that, it's going to be a collective bargaining agreement, which needs to happen. It's going to be like, hey, y'all want this payment, then y'all are going to have our rules to go along with it.
Correct.
So until that happens, they've got to stop. Nothing is going to get better until a collective bargaining agreement happens.
Robert said it's crazy how the kids have got more power now. Shout out to Ed O'Bannon. If you don't know, then you don't know, but you should Google him in regards to name, image, and likeness. Go ahead, Hart. What you got?
I was flipping off Ed O'Bannon because 95. UCLA 95 game. Couldn't stand him. But did y'all hear about the Ole Miss NIL getting leaked?
Yes. Had to be part of Lane Kiffin had to do that.
You think so?
You can't tell me otherwise that Lane Kiffin didn't leak out that stuff.
Why is Lane being like this? Should he be over there at LSU working on his new staff and his new players that he pulled?
Well, according to Ole Miss staff and stuff that's still there, he don't coach anyway. So
sometimes you got to be the CEO. That's what you do when you're the boss.
It's one of those. I think point blank period. It had to have been Lane Kiffin that leaked that stuff.
Nathan said he's Lane. That's why. It's a great point.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, not mad at it. All right, so we got Arkansas basketball, potentially a lottery pick. I'm gonna go back real quick before we continue on. Y'all know we just got whooped against Georgia, and there's no explanation for it. Like out of all the games that we've lost, I can take something from that and say that's gonna make us better down the road. I think we just got whooped against Georgia, and who expected us to lose to Georgia like that? Start the game like that. Mr. Silverfield, you're doing a great job. Even changing light bulbs. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's not Kool-Aid sipping. I think that this is something that we haven't seen, so it's very unfamiliar to get on board. And I think the times where you want to get on board, you've been let down. So I get it. I just like the type of players that he brought in because I've actually done the research. I've actually looked at their highlight videos. I actually look at their stats and look at their video, their tape, and their previous institutes. We got some dudes in this transfer portal. So I'm excited about what potentially could happen. This defense looks better than the last 2 years defense, especially in the secondary.
Not saying a whole lot though.
It's not, but shit, it's better than what we got. So I'm just excited about that.
What's your way too early prediction for the schedule record?
First of all, I can say what I want to say, but then if I look at their schedule, how harsh their schedule is, and this is the thing, like we only talk about the schedule. We only schedule Rams won. Mm-hmm. So that means you lost on the pick'em.
A game. So what happens when you have a 4-game lead?
Whoop-de-doo. Hey, every loss counts against you. But I'm just intrigued on what this could look like. You got a team full of dudes who want an opportunity to play in the SEC for a coach who is selling something that these people are buying. That's why they keep coming. Oh, what Charles Bogan say? Them young boys coming. Wait a minute. Who is Cade Trotter from Clemson?
Quarterback. He committed. Yeah, he committed yesterday. I want to say.
Yeah.
He's on the list.
Braden Fuller, the quarterback. I still like him from.
He saw
Angelo
Chad
State.
Morris coming in, and he's like, "I gotta get out of here.
Gotta get the hell out. Gotta get the hell out." Yeah, that was the best thing he ever could have did. Hank Hendricks. Hopefully, he just hold a clipboard and watch.
There should be no expectations for him to see the field.
He should still be going to Fayetteville high school games and looking like the cool college dude, but not like the
Standing
old
there with
dude
his
that's
old
back
Letterman's jacket.
Hey man, it's dudes like that. It's dudes like that. I don't know about Pine Bluff and Fort Smith, but it always was a dude who used to go to the school and play. He used to still come talk to the girls. I'd be like, I think this is inappropriate, but I'm too young to understand this.
I think this is
you're old.
Statutory.
Yeah.
All right. What? Say it again.
Nothing.
Gotcha. Hendricks going on to work. Hey, for real. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those. It's not like he was like a Fayetteville product. Fayetteville just got him because of who his dad is. Whoa. Where'd y'all go? There you went. You pressing buttons, aren't you?
I did. MacBook. New MacBook. My bad. I'm sorry. Just touch your stuff. Yeah, man. I mean, it's nothing wrong with a little nepotism. LeBron James. Nothing wrong with a little nepotism.
Hey, did you know that LeBron and Bronny are the #1 father-son duo scorers in NBA history?
Aren't they the only?
Steph and
You
Dale
sound
Curry.
like you sound like
I
Justin.
thought you meant at the same time.
Oh no,
Oh.
just in general.
It's a wonderful fact. Why ask Siri when you could ask Adam? Anyhow, what are we missing? So we talked Pro Hogs, we talked playoffs, NFL. Adam is down one more on the pickle.
Still in the
Let's
league.
not forget that.
Next show is our 100th show.
What are we doing for 100?
I don't know. I'll probably put a highlight video of y'all two together.
No.
Oh no.
Hard. This is when you step up and say something, because like our head will be on something's body.
Well, I do need to
Yeah.
get payback for the North Carolina video, Petey Pablo. So,
and that was nice. You did well with that one, sir.
yeah.
Thanks.
No, I mean, in the Arkansas world, it's kind of quiet right now. So Arkansas just needs to come out Tuesday, shake off Saturday. I'd like to get 2 wins this week.
Right.
So it's one of those. We'll see what happens. I mean, I expect transfer portal news. I mean, that'll be quieting down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're about to get in this lull. I think we're at 19 days before the first pitch, Razorback baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have baseball ramping back up. But so soon we'll just have baseball and basketball to talk about.
Yep.
Awesome.
So it'll be not quiet, but yeah, Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers. What the Dodgers are doing, I expect a lockout in 2027 in Major League Baseball because of what the Dodgers are doing with the contracts that they're signing. So y'all baseball connoisseurs, hey, you know what? Why don't any of y'all complain about their salaries? Y'all complain about football salaries a lot. Y'all complain about basketball salary. I don't hear any complaints about baseball salaries.
Look,
Just curious.
I quit on baseball, so that's probably part of it for me because of all that crap. It's ridiculous.
I learned to stay out of millionaires' business.
Well, it's easy to tell people how to spend their own money.
There you go. I just mind my business, bro. Like, if God gave you a talent and you work really hard to secure that for your future and yourself, do your thing, man. So
No, I mean, I'm
I'm
not mad about go get your bag if you can get it, but
for sure.
we just hear so many complaints about other sports, but nobody bats an eye at what baseball does.
Gotcha.
Oh, they play 162 games a year. No, they don't.
Right.
Because they sit out 40 of them.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But we complain about load management in the NBA.
Gotcha. You sound like an old man in the barbershop with your cup of coffee.
You need to go to the barbershop this week.
Yeah, I got to go myself. Hart, we know you got a hat on, so we don't know what's going on up under there. You don't have to put.
You don't have to show. I mean,
you ain't got to show it. You ain't got to show
There's
it.
hair there.
Yeah. Well, look, man. Let me see. Next week, 24th, Saturday. Boom, I got that. That's his birthday. Other than that, I think I'm good. Anything that we missed before we get out of here, guys?
Aiden Bustle, the guy that from West Virginia, he left because of personal health reasons. To answer that question earlier from Miss Teresa, that's really the only news. I mean, we can post the list of commitments and everything updated this evening or in the morning.
Gotcha. Other than that, I don't think I'm missing anything. Shout out to Ryan Silverfield.
It's an American game, you know, apple pie, Chevrolet. Hey, have you ever tried, and I haven't, I didn't know this was a thing till a little while back, cheddar cheese on apple pie? It's a thing, apparently. I haven't tried it. I just didn't know if either of you had tried it.
I would like to know, is this on TikTok?
No, it's look it up.
Who am I going to see? Am I going to
pie cheddar cheese? Apple pie with cheddar cheese is a traditional pairing, particularly popular in New England and the American Midwest. Bullshit. Where the sharp, salty flavor of the cheese provides a popular, sweet, savory contrast to the warm, spiced apples. It's a thing.
Gotcha.
I just keep thinking of American Pie right now.
You would.
And that's when it's time to go. That's what's time to go. We're going to get out there and we'll see you guys next time. We got a national championship tomorrow. Go Canes.
Are you a Miami fan?
I just been to Miami a lot. And I like Indiana to win it.
Do you like the colors?
The colors.
Oh, Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, I got you.
Petty.